إلى آخره. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على النبي الكريم محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين. So these two chapters are interconnected to one another. The basic point which Imam Rahmatullahi alayhi in the previous chapter, he headed the chapter with. So he said that deen from the time of Adam alayhi salam up to the time of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, it is one and the same. And that deen is called Islam. So the deen of Adam was Islam. Deen of Nuh was Islam. Deen of Ibrahim was Islam. Deen of Musa was Islam. Deen of Isa was Islam. And deen of Muhammad is Islam. Alayhimus salawat wa taslimat. So deen is one and the same. And as I told you, that originally deen has 4 branches. Number 1, the faiths and beliefs. So from Adam to Muhammad, alayhimus salawat wa taslimat, beliefs are one and the same. Amantu billah wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rusulih wal yawmil akhir wal qadri khairihi wa sharrihi min Allah ta'ala wal ba'th ba'da al-maut. As that is mentioned in the hadith of Sayyidina Umar and in other hadiths, that Iman, that is these 7 beliefs. Iman is, so anyone who believed these 7 things, he is a mu'min. If he will deny any one of the 7, right away he will become kafir. Got it? Other things, these are secondary. Other things are secondary. That, in grave, punishment will be for the soul or for the body as well. Disputed issue. Even though in Ilmul Kalam we debated, but that is not a thing that we will make either this group kafir or that group kafir. Got it? Yeah. If you are visiting the grave of your father or mother or whatsoever, so they hear you what you say there. Disputed issue, and that is the tahqiq, research of ulama. So we are not going to make this group kafir who say yes, they hear. Not this group kafir, those who say no, they cannot, because they have nothing to do with this word. Because Iman, that is these 7 beliefs. Yes, these 7 beliefs interpretation is something else, like Amantu billah. So it doesn't work that I believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then a metaphysical word, you will be calling upon or invoking some others, and still you will say that I believe in Allah. How you believe in Allah? You do not believe. Your practice is going other way around. So you have to understand these 7 faiths and beliefs, that I believed in Allah, in His angels, in the divine books, in the messengers and prophets of Allah, from Adam to Muhammad, alayhi salawatu wa taslimat, in the last day of this world, that this world, it will get vanished. The last day of this world. And in preordained divine law, that everything is destined by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala before the creation of this world and in life after death. So now these 7 beliefs and faiths, these were meant there in the deen of Adam, in the deen of Noah, in the deen of Ibrahim, in the deen of Musa and Isa, and in the deen of Muhammad, alayhi salawatu wa taslimat. Then the second branch, that is of noble character. So deen requires a noble character. And noble character, these are solid. Because character is not local. Character is universal. Character in its sense is universal. How can we say that? To speak truth, that is good in America or that is good everywhere. So it means that's global. Yes? That's not local. The concept of akhlaqiyat is global. Yes. Running on street naked, that is looking bad only in Egypt or looking bad in America as well. If people have become crazy, that's something else. Because crazy or insane people, they don't have sense. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you have a sense, yeah. So noble character, that is meant everywhere. And the noble character concept that was there in the deen of Adam up to Muhammad alayhi salawatu wa taslimat. And I told you that noble character, it has 4 sub branches. Number 1, justice to all. I'm not referring to court or to authorities. Everybody, he has to judge his own self. Like as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "La yu'minu ahadukum hatta yuhibba li akhihi ma yuhibbu li nafsihi." A person will not be a good mu'min as long as he does not like that thing for his brother what he likes for himself. Got it? You are looking for yourself not to be cheated by anyone. So why you are not applying the same thing to the other brother as well? You should not cheat him as well. If he is cheating you, you feel hurt. So why you are cheating him? If he will tell lie to you, you felt hurt. So why you are telling him lie? If you are deceived by him, you felt hurt. So why you are deceiving him? That's what I was. Look, this one hadith that will make the life, that will straighten you as a human. We are crooked. Yeah, we are crooked. Yeah, we are crooks. Yeah. Ahmad, what do you think? How do you feel? Yes. Now you are feeling good. Yes. Look, actually, most of the sickness and diseases, it goes away when the spirit and the soul gets energy. And spirit gets energy through deen, nothing else. Got it? Yes. Because soul came where from? From upon the 7 heaven. Yes? Yes. So Wahi came where from? From upon the 7 heaven. So that is its food. When you are listening to Allah and listening to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you will be feeling tranquil. You will be feeling mental peace. You will be getting energized. Yes. I am getting energized. I don't know about you people. Do you? Yes. You feel it or not? Yes. Yes. Even Haji Naseem, look at him, looking like 16-year boy. So that's called social justice. What do we call? Social justice. And for social justice, every individual is his own judge. And what's the criterion? What he likes for himself, he should like it for others. What he does not like for himself, he should not like it for others. Number 2, kindness to the creature, which is called ihsan. Inna Allah ya'muru bil adli wal ihsan. And number 3, afu and pardon, forgiveness. If somebody has done any wrong to you mistakenly, or he is wholeheartedly feeling sorry for that I did wrong, I blame myself. I am here, brother. Whatever you want, I am ready. I am very sorry for what I have said to you or I have done to you. So forgiveness, that's a noble character. And in this regard, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the role model. What the people of Makkah did to him for 13 plus years and to his followers. And not only for 13 years, when they migrated to Medina, so they spared them sitting there and enjoy their life, or again and again they were arranging army and attacking them. See, arranging a, but when Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam conquered Makkah, so what he did? You are free wherever you want. Just go. Yes, I'm not going to retaliate. I'm not going to take revenge. So forgiveness. And thus the people used to come and they would say, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. I testify that there is no deity to be worshipped but only Allah. And I testify that Muhammad is the true servant of Allah and his messenger. Got it? Yes, sir. Or not it? Got it. So, forgiveness. And number 4, As-safh. What?
السفح.
Swad, fa, ha, fasfah. As-safh al-jameel. In Holy Quran, Allah said,
تصفح.
as-safh al-jameel. If you came across with a stubborn, hard-headed guy, a stupid, who doesn't understand and doesn't want to understand, because he is hard-headed, stubborn guy, foolish. Yes? So, there the noble character is not to get involved and talk and arguments with that guy. Yes? If he says, no, no, I think like this, so tell him, yes, you are right. Got it? Give him a smile and tell him. If he wants to go to hell, so what you are doing with him? Then let him go. Yes, cut a ticket for him, take it. Yes. Got it. Never get involved with stubborn-headed guy, hard-headed guy. So these noble characters were known to every messenger, and that was their message. And number 3, that is the deeds, practices, actions. So these are of 2 types, in connection to Allah and in connection to the creature. So in connection to Allah, the ibadat, the worship, prayer, fasting, charity, hajj. These 4 practices were known to all the messengers and all the prophets, and that was their deen. Now this was Sharia. How many prayers the Jews were supposed to pray? 3 per day. 3 per day. And still they are praying those 3. Not the Zionists, the Jews. The Zionists, that's a new gender. But the Jews, yes, the Orthodox Jews. What? The Orthodox Jews. Ahmad is their cousin, so he knows. Yes, and they pray the way we are praying. They are not doing like this. They are not doing like that. They are praying like us. Got it? This only the modern Jews worship. Got it? Modern Jews. Like as we have secular Muslims. So secular Muslims' deen is to come for Eid prayer. Yes, and Eid Mubarak. Got it? Yes. Yes, Nasim or not?
Yes.
What secular Muslims are doing?
He's come for Eid.
They are come for Eid. So anyhow,
become the board of the president of the board.
huh?
Become the president of the masjid.
Yes, that is. So anyhow, secular mind, they describe the concept of masjid all over the world, especially in Western world. They describe the concept of masjid. Yes or not?
Yes.
Yes, that is. And that's why they don't call it masjid, they say center. That's what? Center, roaming around that center. Yes. Or Khalil also have the term. Yes, everything under one roof. Everything under one roof. So a few years before they came to me that we are planning a masjid, everything under one roof. So yes, I understand what they mean. I said that bar will be there. What? Bar. And after Juma prayer, yes, musical concert. That's also a thing. Everything under one roof. You have to gather it together. Yes, like as you people have. Everything under one roof. Because you are modern people. So anyhow. And Khalid's friends, they said against us, they are in court. And since Qadi Sahib is in the masjid, so no activities are there. So the court asked them that what activities? What activity? He said that as Qadi Sahib is there, so there is nothing. But there is only salat and Saum and tafsir and hadith and fiqh. No other activities. So the court said, what activities? They say like football and volleyball and gymnastics and this and they say, oh, so you are looking for a social center. That's what we are trying to make social center. Yes, Hamid? You and Nasim were directly involved, so that's why you know all these. You know or not? Yes. We said that as long as we are alive, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq, we will try to be strict to the deen of Allah. Yes. We are human. We want to enjoy our life, but for that enjoyment, there are a lot of places. Yes, like as once Maulvi Yusuf took us to the beach. Yes, because beach is a good place for enjoyment. But fortunately, it was after 12 at night. Yes, when nobody is there. So nobody is not, so Ahmad may not understand that, oh, so you people are going to beach and the people are running around naked. Oh no, that was after 12 o'clock at night. Okay. Well, Yusuf, that area is burnt.
I think so.
Yes.
No, that's Topanga.
Huh?
That's like Topanga area. So almost.
Right.
No, that's what the Tarijam was telling me.
Yes. Yes, but
So find another place.
And there's gonna be more open now.
Huh? He's very smart. He's very smart. Okay. So, in connection to Allah, the ibadah, and in connection to your fellow human, so furthermore branches. Number one, family life. How should be the marriage? How should be handling and treating one another? What about the kids? What about their spiritual nourishment? Got it? Family life. Number two, social life. How the human will socialize with one another. So they will follow their culture. And culture is okay as long as it does not go against Sharia. Keep in mind that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sent. So he looked at the Arabian culture. So he classified their customs to three categories. If the customs were good totally, so he kept it as is. He endorsed it. And that became a part of deen. Like blood money for accidental murder. Accidental killing? The blood money. That was the culture there. Or that was the rule imposed by Abdul Muttalib in Makkah and surrounding area. He was the chief of Baitullah. So people were asking for rules and laws from whom? The chief of Baitullah. He had imposed 100 camel as blood money. How many?
100.
One. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked them that what was the case. They said that the rules imposed by your grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, 100 camel. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam faizan huwa shari'ati amarani biha Allah azza wa jalla. That is my sharia. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered me the same. Got it? That's one example. And a custom which was partially good and partially bad, mingled. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam reformed it. He corrected it. Like marriages. They were doing marriages, using the woman just like utensils, just like tissue papers, throwing them away, giving them no any status, no any right, having as many women as they wanted, without giving them any right. Got it? So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam corrected that custom. He said he kept the number up to 4 only. Up to 4 only, subject to justice. Subject to justice. Number 2, he said in this regard that consent of the girl. What? Consent of the girl. And not only that, he said consent of the guardian. Consent of the guardian of the girl. And he said bridal money, because woman did not have any status. So to give her status, so he said bridal money must be fixed in the contract. So he corrected it. And a custom which was totally bad, so he demolished it from day one. No loophole and no gray area. Like idol worship. What was that culture? What was it? هذا ما وجدنا عليه
Abba.
آباءنا. When they were asked, you are worshipping these statues and idols. What is this? They said, we don't know much more, but this is the culture of our forefathers. But that was totally bad culture. Rasulullah said from day one he demolished it. Got it? And then the transactions. These are also deeds and actions. The transactions. How to sell, how to purchase, how to mortgage, how to lease, how to rent, how to establish a partnership. That's why I have written a book for you in Islamic law, and that will be in 7 or 8 volumes, very big book. 7, 8 big volumes. And I think that when that is printed, so Ahmad will take one of that to Jamiatul Azhar to make it a part of their text.
Sure.
Course. Yes, Ahmad? Okay. So I have written all these chapters in detail, according to all 4 schools of jurisprudence. That regarding this rule, what Abu Hanifa says. Regarding this rule, what Ahmad bin Hanbal said. And sometime, yes, looking at the situation, I have given my own opinion that nowadays, in such like situation, what Abu Hanifa said, that is not applicable. So we are going by the saying of Imam Shafi rahmatullahi alayhi, or Imam Malik, or Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal, depend. Got it? So then we give fatwa based on the mazhab of them. And sometimes we give fatwa on the saying of Imam Muhammad or Imam Abu Yusuf. Imam Muhammad or Imam Abu Yusuf, rahimahullah. So anyhow, number 3, that is state and government. How to establish a state and how to have a government and how to run it. And that's why I wrote that book for you, Sharia and Politics. I wrote it because Naveed asked for that after 9/11, but he has never studied it. He only asked for that. He said that you should write a book on Sharia. Yes. He used the term of American, they call Sharia what?
Sharia.
Sharia. Yes. So that's why I named it as Sharia and Politics. Got it? How to have a state and how to establish a government. What will be how will be the appointment of a Khalifa or a ruler or a president? Just name whatever you want to. And then the international relation. How the state relation will be with other states. And especially this Islamic state relation with non-Muslim states. So I have mentioned there 4 rules, that these 4 rules are basics. Got it? So anyhow, now in Sharia there were differences. In Deen there was no difference. From Adam to Muhammad, alayhi salawatu wa taslimat. But Sharia, because of 3 things. Number 1, time. Number 2, place. Number 3, nature of the people concerned. Because in different time, the people have different natures. So Allah was giving a prophet a Sharia, mean rules and laws in accordance with these 3 things. That the time, the place, and the nature of people requires this. So Imam Rahmatullah explained it. So now he says, فَلَمَّا كَانَتْ أَمْزِجَةُ قَوْمِ نُوحٍ عَلَيْهِ السَّلَامِ فِي غَايَةِ الْقُوَّةِ وَالشِّدَّةِ. The nature of the people of Nuh, that was very hard and harsh. Very hard and harsh. وَقَالُوا لَا تَذَرُنَّ آلِهَتَكُمْ وَلَا تَذَرُنَّ وَدًّا وَلَا سُوَاعًا وَلَا يَغُوثَ وَيَعُوقَ وَنَسْرًا وَقَدْ أَضَلُّوا كَثِيرًا وَلَا تَزِدِ الظَّالِمِينَ إِلَّا ضَلَالًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, as much as Nuh alayhi salam was insisting upon deen and tawheed to the same level, but more than that, they were getting hardened against it, reluctant to his, and that's why in 950 years How many? 950 years constantly. He said, Inni da'awtu qawmi layla wa nahara. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I never spared them any time. If I found any time at night, I approached them and told them, say La ilaha illallah. Don't do these wrong things, leave it. Day and night, I used to go to them. Falam yazidhum du'ai illa firara. Oh Allah, the more I was doing, the more they were running away of me. Summa inni da'awtuhum jihara. And jihar means that he used to go to their markets. People were doing their business in their markets, and Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, from one side to the other, he was calling them, Qulu la ilaha illallah, please, for your own good, say la ilaha illallah. And they were calling him names, causing him trouble. Summa inni a'lantu lahum wa asrartu lahum israra. If a group is sitting somewhere, I went to them and talked to them in group share. Wa asrartu lahum. If I saw any individual standing somewhere, I went to, for 1 minute, can you please listen to me? Yes, what a courage of that man was. Ahmad, what do you think? What do you think about his courage? For 950 years. How hard and harsh they were. Only 83 people in 950 years accepted his message. And that's why he got fed up. And he said, Rabbi la tazar ala al-ardi min al-kafirin dayyara. Oh Allah, I don't want any one house of them standing on earth. So Allah said, done. Allah said, oh my messenger, done. إنك إن تذرهم يضلوا عبادك ولا يلدوا إلا فاجرا كفارا مما خطيئاتهم أغرقوا فأدخلوا نارا فلم يجدوا لهم من دون الله أنصارا. So anyhow, now the nature of the people of Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam, that was very strong and very hard. Kama nabba alayhi al-haq, like as Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has talked about. Istawjabu. So now their nature was acquiring. That was the acquiring of their nature. So istawjabu an yu'maru bidawam as-siyam, that they may be ordered to do fasting constantly. So they were not doing fasting only on Eid days. Otherwise, the whole year was first for them. Why? Because you have to weaken their hardness and to bring it down. To weaken their hard nature and to bring it down. So constant fasting. ليقاوم صورة بهيمية surah min tabi'ah. ليقاوم صورة بهيميتهم. So the tabiyat are the nature of their bahimiyat and animalcy. Yes, to be countered. ولما كانت أمزجة هذه الأمة ضعيفة. But the nature of this ummah, our ummah, that is very ضعيف and very weak. نهوا عن ذلك. So there are some Sahaba asked Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Ya Rasulullah, we want to do fasting constantly for the whole year. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, don't do that. Even some Sahaba asked Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they, Naham Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and so many misal. Yes, 2 days constantly fasting without eating at night. For example, today in the morning, you started your fasting. You fasted the whole day. Now the night, you fasted the whole night. Tomorrow the day, you fasted the whole day. And tomorrow after sunset, you have to break your fast. That's called Somul Visal. That's called what? Somul Visal. So they asked Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam if you can do that. If he can do that, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, no, that's not allowed. Why? Because ibadah is to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to be happy with your ibadah. Got it? So if you are that much for 36 hours, you are hungry and thirsty. You are hungry and it will cause you trouble physically. And if not physically, maybe you will become hungry and thirsty and you will make a complaint that, oh, this fasting killed us almost. So what were you are fasting then? So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he stopped them that, no, we have weakness. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam himself, sometimes he was doing that. They asked, Ya Rasulullah, wa anta tasumu kazalik? Sometimes you do the same fasting. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Nahu Rabbi yut'imuni wa yasqini. You are not like me. My Lord is feeding me and he is giving me water. Me, he is protecting me. Got it? Because I am his messenger. وَكَذَلِكَ لَمْ يَجْعَلِ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى الْغَنَائِمَ حَلَالًا لِلْأَوَّلِينَ. For previous ummahs, the spoils of war were not halal. That was not lawful. Yes, that was getting burnt. وَأَحَلَّهَا لَنَا. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made it lawful for us. لما رأى ضعفنا, when he saw and felt our weakness, or لما رأى ضعفنا, لرؤيته ضعفنا. If that is more Yusuf,
Yes.
if that is with taqfif, so then this ma is masdariya. This ma is what?
Masdariya.
مصدرية. So لما رأى ضعفنا وإن مراد الأنبياء عليهم الصلوات والتسليمات إصلاح ما عندهم من الاتفاقات. Look, as I told you, look at me. As I told you that every people, they have their own culture. Yes or not? Before messenger, they have their own customs, their own usages, their own conventions, their own culture. God, they are very much used to, are addicted to. Got it? Now the Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam, they were not demolishing their culture from A to Z, because that is very, very difficult to pluck people from their addiction. That's very difficult. So, وَإِنَّ مُرَادَ الْأَنْبِيَاءِ, the purpose of Anbiya alayhi salatu wasalam, إِصْلَاحُ مَا عِنْدَهُم مِنَ الْإِرْتِفَاقَاتِ. If in these irtifaqat mean التدابير النافعة, التدابير النافعة, that whatever their customs and their plannings were, if there was something wrong, so they were correcting it. فلا يعدل عنها إلى ما يبين المعلوف. معلوف mean what was there, they were in love with. They were, whatever the culture is, you are in love with. So فلا يعدل عنها فلا يصرف عنها. فلا يعدل عنها mean فلا يصرف عنها إلى ما يبين المعلوف. Maluf. So they were not going against that maluf, ada and custom of the illa mashallah, but only what Allah wished. So he told the messenger that that thing is wrong, just crush it. Wa inna mazan al masalih, and the places, mazan means places, the places of good or maslahat, تختلف باختلاف الآثار والعادات, that differ with time and space and usages. ولذلك صح وقوع النسخ, and that's why the abrogation that happened. Why? Because the time was differing from time to time, and the place are the adat of people. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, for example, he ordered for one thing, and after some time he said, now stop this and do this. That's called nasakh and abrogation. وَإِنَّمَا مَثَلُهُ كَمَثَلِ الطَّيِّبِ. Just leave it, include that. وَإِنَّمَا مَثَلُهُ كَمَثَلِ الطَّبِيبِ. And actually, the example of that is like that of a doctor. يَعْمِدُ إِلَى حِفْظِ الْمِزَاجِ الْمُعْتَدِلِ فِي جَمِيعِ الْأَحْوَالِ. So as Imam Rahmatullah alayhi himself, he was a herbal medicine doctor, so he is talking about that. He said that the tabib, what he is doing. Today I was giving you an example when you were sitting here. That, look at me, that the herbal medicine doctor, he is holding the pulse. He is holding the pulse. From pulse, he is checking the mizaj and the nature. And then he asked the person concerned, where do you come from? So he mentions his place. I am coming from Orange County. So he is keeping in mind the climate of Orange County. That's a green area. There the rain falls. That is not a desert like our valley. Number one. Number two. And number three, he asked him, what are you doing? So he says that I am working as a manager in such and such company. So therefrom, he is picking the idea that he is eating good food. Because if you are a manager, you are making a lot. When you are making a lot, so you will not be eating beans like Masood every day. Yes, where's Masood? Yes, you will be eating, yes, the barbecue and the goat and the lamb and this and that and that. And now the tabib, he is clubbing together all these things, so he is finding out the mizaj and the nature of the person concerned. And now he considers what his disease is. So when he clubs together all these things, then he prescribes a prescription for him and a medicine for him. So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, what he is doing, what is sihat and what is health? What is health? That nature is balanced. What is health?
Nature is balanced.
Recall your mind. Imam Rahmatullah alayhi, he said that human nature is a combination of four things. Combination of four things or four chemicals. Number one, ad-dam, the blood. Number two, al-balgham, the flame. Number three, as-safra, the yellow liquid. And number 4, as-sawda, the black liquid in human body. Now, if all these things are in required proportion, all these 4 things are, say, in required proportion, so the person concerned will be healthy. Why he is becoming sick? Because there is a deficit of one of them or overtaking of one of them. Yani one of these mawad or 2 of these mawad or 3 or even all 4, they got disturbed, or one of them has overtaken the other, or one of them reduced too much. Got it? Say yes. And then the person concerned, he is feeling sick. So now what the herbal medicine tabib is doing, he is prescribing, keeping in view all these aforesaid things, and then he is giving prescription to boost that liquid and to bring it to proper proportion. اعتدال المزاج, to make it balanced. So Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, إلى حفظ المزاج المعتدل في جميع الأحوال فتختلف أحكامه باختلاف الأشخاص, and that's why his prescriptions are differing from person to person. For one guy, he is suffering from fever, but he is giving him one medicine. Another one is also suffering from fever, but he is giving him a different medicine. Because this one, his blood is overtaken, and that other one, his blood went down, so that's why he is getting in fever. So then for him, he prescribed one thing, and for them, this one, he prescribes another thing. And he is taking into consideration, as I told you last night, that why everywhere in medical field, when you are going to a doctor, they ask you about your age. What's your date of birth? They give you a form, date of birth. What? Because the prescription, they differ from age to age. What is good for this age and what is good for... That's why Imam Rahmatullah alayhi says, so he is ordering or commanding a young man with such a thing, he is not giving the same command to an old man. Yes? So if Nasim is there, so then the Tabib is telling him, early in the morning, you have to run 5 miles. Yes? And for Khalil, he will say to do biking on Saturday for 5 hours. Yes, Nabi? Say, because he cannot run. He is not that young as Nasim is. Got it? But the Tabib knows that he needs bodily activity. His activity will be like this and his activity will be like this. Also, the herbal medicine doctor in summer, he says to the sick one that you have to sleep at night in open field, not inside the room in AC. Yes, say bye-bye to AC. Come out, go to the rooftop and in open field. Got it? And if that is winter, so he tells him that look, after sunset, you should not walk outside. Because your sickness is like this, that it will cause you pain in your body, and sleep inside. So Imam Rahmatullah says that وَيَامُرُ فِي الصَّوْبِ النَّوْمِ فِي الْجَوْءِ, and in summer, he orders the patient to sleep in open field, لِمَا يَرَى أَنَّ الْجَوَّ مَذَنَّةُ الْإِعْتِدَالِ حِينَئِذٍ, that will make his nature balanced. وَيَامُرُ فِي الشِّتَاءِ بِالنَّوْمِ دَاخِلَ الْبَيْتِ, and he orders in winter to sleep inside, لِمَا يَرَى أَنَّهُ مَذَنَّةُ الْبَرْدِ, because the cold is coming down in that very time, and that's not good for your health. وَصَلَّى اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَلَى خَيْرِ خَلْقِهِ مُحَمَّدٍ وَآلِهِ وَأَصْحَابِهِ أَجْمَعِينَ.